Hey everyone, thanks so much for coming back to Clever TV. I'm Dana Ward, hanging with Joslyn Davis, and today we have one of the stars of the 9 Lives of Chloe King. It's Grace Phipps. Hello.
Hello.
So nice to have you here in the studio.
Well, I'm so
hanging
glad
out,
I'm here.
getting all the scoop on one of our new favorite shows.
We actually got to visit the set yesterday. I'm kind of bummed. I heard really cool things from Joslyn about where you guys
really
shoot.
fun. Yeah.
It's super cool, and we were already talking about this, but the cast is just so down to earth
Yes.
all across the board, which is so awesome to see. And you guys seem like a little family already.
We are all
Aw.
actually really close, and we have so much fun on set.
Yeah, you can tell. It's very obvious. And you play Amy. For people out there who haven't started watching the show, you need to start watching. But how would you describe her, and how does she fit into the plot line of the overall show?
Amy is Chloe's best friend. She's really, really loyal to her, but she has very, very specific personality traits. She loves fashion and she plays music, and she's a really fun, kind of spunky character that sort of livens up things when things get a little bit too dark.
Okay, so why would it get dark? What's going on the 9 Lives of Chloe King?
Well, Chloe finds on her 16th birthday that she wakes up with supernatural abilities, and she doesn't know quite how to deal with them. And then as the story progresses, she finds out that she's a part of an ancient race called the Mai, and not only is she a part of that race, but she's the natural born leader of the race. So she has 9 lives to live. And so in the first episode, she has to confront the fact that she has 9 lives and that she can die and be reborn several times. So it's a lot of responsibility for a 16-year-old.
No joke, no joke. And we've already seen Amy get upset about being blown off by Chloe. How's that relationship going to change throughout this season?
Yeah.
I think it's hard for Amy to have to share someone that she's not used to having to have any conflict with. I think that Amy's not really probably the best natural sharer, but she's understanding, and she knows why Chloe has to go off and do these things. And so I think emotionally it's going to be hard for her, but their relationship will always stay strong.
And I just love how Amy, she has this fun personality. She's so quick-witted, but she's silly, so girly too, which I love to see.
Really girly.
Did you bring anything to the character personally, or was it all what the writers gave you and you kind of just made it your own?
I think Amy becomes a little bit different. I mean, all of the characters change a little bit once there's actually an actor giving it life. So from the pilot, you can tell that the way that things are written are just a little bit different when the actual life of the actor is there. There's certainly things that changed even dialogue-wise, but then there's always the characters' go-tos, like oh my gods.
Yeah.
I don't say oh my god, but it's actually whenever Amy says it, it's spelled in the script OMIGOD, one word.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
And you guys have such a fun chemistry, the three of you guys, and I think I talked to you a little bit about this yesterday, but it's so cool to have an unexpected trio of friends, because so many other shows it's all girls or all guys or purely romantic, but in your trio of friends, it's all in one, because you're dating your best friend, you have another best friend. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think it's important that they've been friends for their whole lives, because I don't know if as they've grown up and changed, if they would actually be brought together, and I think that's what's so strong about them, is that they were playing in the sandbox together. I don't know where there's a sandbox in San Francisco, but I'm sure there was one.
There was one.
In it together.
They were there.
So that's what makes them actually so nuclear, is that they've grown up together, and even as they have their own interests and different parenting and different responsibilities, they're always going to be there for each other because they love each other that much. It's like family.
Now, speaking of San Francisco, the show takes place there. Any plans to go up there to shoot, or is everything here in LA?
No, we leave on Thursday.
Hey!
It's so fun to go to San Francisco, and then it's it's the outside scenes, and there's beautiful things on picnic tables with the bridge in the background, and it's such a beautiful city. And so it's really fun. But then we always have our jackets, and we'll be in Los Angeles, and we're like, oh, it's hot.
Exactly.
San Francisco, and you're like, oh, that's why we have these jackets.
And when I was on the set yesterday, I heard someone mention that, you guys will go to San Francisco on one day to shoot scenes for multiple episodes. So how does that work out?
Whoa, out of order.
Yeah, that's interesting. And the last time we went, we were shooting 3 episodes ahead. And so it's okay, what happens till then?
What do I know and what do I not know?
I know. I was like, oh, I didn't even know that was going to happen. But I'm talking about it. So yeah, that's always kind of crazy to and then you'll go and you'll revisit old things, and then you always have to try to just block through in your head all of the experiences if you're going ahead, or redo it if you're going back, just so that you have it.
So when you shoot on location, is it a hassle to deal with like the normal people who are going about their days? Or is it pretty like clear cut, like, hey guys, we're shooting, like stay away?
People usually, like, I mean, sometimes there's people like, what are they doing? And then you're like sitting, and it's kind of weird that there's someone standing in the background going like this, because that doesn't usually happen in life.
Yeah, exactly.
But for the most part, it's not usually much of an issue. It's just people jogging by the bridge, jogging.
Yeah. And they're tuning in, and they're like, hey, that's me.
That's me.
Awesome.
Look at me
There
jog.
I'm a TV star.
Now, if my guess is correct, I think that there's a lot more drama coming up in the rest of the season. Which you guys are wrapping up, essentially, the first season of the show right now, or the first 10 episodes.
The first 10.
I guess I should say. So what are we going to see from Amy? Like, what can you give us a hint about sorts of situations is she going to find herself in?
There's really good shenanigans coming up.
I love a shenanigan. Thank you for using that word. It's so underused.
She gets to go on like several really, really fun adventures. And then through all of it, like she starts to grow and grow and grow just through this span of time, like seeing her best friend have all these new responsibilities and then really confronting danger and life and death. And she has to confront parts of life that I don't think she ever really thought about. I think she thought about waist belts, and now she has to think about her friend dying.
Exactly.
So she grows a lot, and she goes on a lot of very fun adventures.
And Chloe has found herself in this love triangle. Who doesn't love a love triangle?
I love a love triangle.
And who do you think Amy would like her to end up with? Alec, I mean, he's like the hot guy at school, and then there's Brian, the cute college boy. You can't lose, so.
I think Amy most wants Chloe to be happy.
That's a safe answer.
Well, she does. I think she desperately, like, I think she worries a lot about, like, is she going to be lonely with all this responsibility? And she's like, well, I have this great guy, and I'm like, I'm happy. I'm in a relationship. I want to go on a double date. Pick one.
Yeah, exactly. So we can all hang out together.
Exactly.
Perfect.
Exactly.
So now that you've seen all of the superpowers, you know, being Chloe's best friend, what is the power that you wish as Amy you had, and what's the one you're like, hey, I do not want it, stay away?
I'd like anything that involves killing people unwillingly, I generally try to avoid.
Generally.
So
good
no, I'd like to be able to kiss my mom goodbye and not worry about her getting sick. So say no to that one. As Amy, I feel like Amy would want super hearing. She's a little nosy like that.
Oh, yeah.
I would prefer the running, jumping, like having fun swinging off of things and avoiding jumpsters as you're running. But I think Amy would want super hearing.
Very cool.
Now, this is obviously, the show has been a huge break in your career. For those people out there watching that don't know, you're 19, a year and 1 month ago?
Almost a month.
You were at home in Texas, where you're from, right? You had just finished high school.
Yes.
And now you have a feature film coming out, and you're on one of the hottest shows coming out this summer. Tell me, I mean, when you really sit back and think about this, do you ever have a moment where you're just like, what is my life? This is amazing.
Yeah, it's a little bit of the feeling of like you're going to be Wile E. Coyote, and if you think about it too hard, you're just going to be able to hold up a sign and then you'll fall down to a canyon or something. Like you're like, wait, just don't think about it. Just don't think about it. Because it's kind of like, whoa.
Yeah,
but,
it's really amazing.
I graduated from a fantastic magnet art school, so I got really amazing training, and magnet schools are so awesome like that. Like, I was able to come out here and feel confident enough as a performer because of the Northeast School of the Arts. So.
Yeah, and it's got to be also kind of hard, you know, young and adjusting to a new place. Have there been any people on the cast that you've really bonded with, that you feel like you're really going through this together?
I've met people working on 9 Lives that I don't think I will be having sit-down dinners with for the rest of my life.
So cool.
Ki-Hong
I love that.
such an amazing person, and Skylar's so wonderful, and I've like really everyone in the cast is just so supportive, and it's really amazing. I feel like we're best friends on the show, but we really are that close in real life too.
Makes it very believable.
So
and
supportive.
You guys are getting ready to go to Comic-Con. We're going to be there
God.
as well.
We'll see you there.
It's so exciting.
But you are a fan of like sci-fi and comics as well. Are you into comics too? Superheroes, that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I mainly like, my true obsession is supernatural television. So I'm in a good place.
Totally, yeah.
But yeah, I was gonna go to Comic-Con anyway, probably.
In a costume? What are you gonna wear?
Well,
ooh, good question.
We're trying to decide still too.
I asked, and I think I have to be dressed as Amy. But I'll wear my own. I knit myself a kitty hat too, and so I'll wear that the whole time, and then I'll also dress as Amy. But I probably would have done Captain Tight Pants from Firefly. It would have been cool, or maybe Doctor Who with the big long coat.
Awesome.
Tell us the kitty hat
Yes,
thing.
we have to share that with the viewers for sure.
Oh, the kitty hat.
The first kitty hat.
The first kitty hat in the pilot. They couldn't find one that they liked, and so I was in the costume room and I was like, I can knit a kitty hat, and so I did, and so I knit Brian's kitty hat, which, by the way, Gray has a very large head. I had to add like 10 stitches to the pattern. It looks good on him though.
Seriously, you should start selling those.
Yeah,
Start a
that'd
side
be cool.
business. Why not?
That'd be fun.
Didn't it take you forever to do that?
No. It was
Jeez, you're just a pro.
I mean, that pattern's kind of easy, so it's like knit, 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 knit. I mean, I knew I had a deadline. I had to be on a TV show, so
Very
yeah, you can just like
impressive.
tape it closed in the back.
Very impressive. Another thing that you have going on is a feature film that's going to be coming out August.
Yeah.
Fright Night.
Fright Night is going to be awesome. I got to see it already.
Really?
You did?
Yeah,
Ooh, what
movie.
can you share?
Ooh, that it's going to be fantastic. The script is hilarious. Like, I love the original too, and the changes that are made are so good. And like, it's scary and it's hilarious and it's dramatic and it's such a good movie. Like, it's definitely my favorite thing I've seen all summer.
Oh,
And the
I
cast
love it.
is phenomenal.
I know. It's
Did you nerd out
fantastic.
across the board just working with these people?
Yeah, very starstruck. I was like, oh my god! And then I like would just like, I didn't like want to intrude upon anyone, but I would just like watch Toni Collette on set and just, like watch her like talk to the director and try to like absorb wisdom.
Because something so amazing that you talked about before we started rolling, you moved to LA.
Yeah.
You auditioned for this your 6th day here.
Yes.
And then you booked it your 7th day here. Can I just high five you for that? 'Cause that's like
That is a good
seriously,
high five.
that's unbelievable. That's awesome. I love that story. It's so cool.
Now, anyone who hasn't seen the trailer, can you just break down what it's about?
Oh,
In case someone doesn't know.
it's about a normal family living outside of Las Vegas, and you know, like normal high school things with the girlfriend and the bad bullied kids, and then you throw in a Colin Farrell next door neighbor vampire, and watch what happens.
No biggie.
Scary, sexy, all of the above. I don't know.
All of the above, definitely.
It looks really, really good. We both watched the trailer and
Yeah.
we're dying to see it.
Oh, it's so good. I can't
So
wait for y'all
cool.
to see it.
When does that come out?
I think
When can we look for it?
it's in August.
August, so
August.
it's definitely coming up soon.
Yes.
Very soon.
Very soon.
summer movie.
Thankfully.
Lastly, before we wrap things up, you sang on the show
Yes.
on 9 Lives of Chloe King. Any plans to do original music? I mean, sign us up. Please.
I would love to. I mean, I've been songwriting since I was 12. I didn't write the song on 9 Lives, but
Okay.
I love playing music, so hopefully. I hope so.
Fingers crossed for
cool.
you. Sounds great.
Thanks to you guys so much for watching Clever TV. Make sure you check out the 9 Lives of Chloe King on ABC Family. I'm Dana Ward with Joslyn Davis and Grace Phipps. We'll see you soon.
Bye, guys.